Hello friends, welcome to Cine Talk Assam. Here's my personal review of the latest Assamese film, Emuthi Puthi, directed by debutante Kulonandini Mahanto under the banner of Metanormal Motion Pictures, which gave us two of the critically acclaimed movies, namely Kothanodi and Amis, both directed by Bhaskar Hazarika. Unlike the two previous ventures, Emuthi Puthi has been made with a lighter shade, keeping in mind the commercial aspect of the film. The plot: it is the story of a granny who lives with her daughter, Indira, and grandchild, Ritika. She has an incessant love for local fish. Having tasted various types of local fishes all her life, she still has an unfulfilled wish to have a handful of a certain mythical fish found in Majuli, before taking her heavenly abode. On the other hand, her granddaughter, Ritika, is a rebellious teenager, who is in dire need to break away from her small hometown for bigger aspirations and most importantly, to get rid from her strict mother, who also happens to be a cop. So, once both the dreams coincide with each other, they decide to help one another in fulfilling their desires, and there begins the journey towards a destination, 500 kilometers away. The epic journey of Granny and Ritika with a cat and mouse kind of chase by the cop mother, that eventually helps to rediscover themselves, forms the basic premise of the movie. The writing: the strength of the movie lies in its powerful writing by Bhaskar Hazarika. We have already seen his caliber in his adaptation of various folktales of Assam for his film Kothanodi. So, this time around, he has borrowed a few narratives from different folklores of Assam to tell a heartwarming story, surrounding the emotions and cravings of the Assamese towards fish. The various subplots of the story give the much needed humor to an otherwise emotional story. So, just like a fish without flesh can rip your throat with the spikes, the story too can rip your heart without the fun elements. The direction, screenplay and editing: as a debut film, the direction of Kulonandini Mahanto seems to be decent. The portrayal of surrealism on the big screen in a realistic way would be the most spectacular part of the entire movie. It was a visual treat for the audience that produces a spine-chilling moment deep inside our hearts. Just like a road trip, the screenplay is somewhat bumpy in nature. It runs quite faster at some point and drags at the next. Still then, the movie never feels boring and engages us till the end, as the editing is sharp and crispy. As a road trip movie, the journey part could have been stretched a little longer. Or the supporting cast could have been given more screen time. Being a commercial movie, it could have increased the entertainment level manifold. Also, it had enough scope to go deep into the emotional side of the story. The makers of the film seemed to be in a hurry to reach their destination. The technical aspect: keeping in mind the limited budget, this movie lags in the technical department. The camera is observed to be shaky in some of the scenes, which really disrupts our visual experience. Not only this, the excessive use of close-up shots irritates us at times. However, all these may be ignored after coming to know that the entire movie has been shot with an iPhone. It was definitely a good experiment to conclude that mobile phone is not yet ready to produce a quality big screen feature film. However, I must confess that some of the scenes were very aesthetically captured, especially those portraying some mythical characters of the Assamese folklore. Those scenes would really act as the surprise package for the audiences and would stay with them for a long time. The experiment that stands out in the movie was the use of voiceover of the main characters in their younger self, during the flashback scenes. This was something new for me, and this makes it somewhat realistic as far as the character is concerned. The acting: the Metanormal Motion Picture is known to give us quality acting even with debutante artists. Reema Das of Amis is a prime example. Be it veteran actress Pratibha Chaudhary portraying the granny or the debutante Srishti Sharma playing the role of Ritika, both essays their part smoothly. The dialogues and expressions of the veteran actress are bound to tickle you. The various supporting cast also equally justify their roles. Some of them would make you laugh out aloud even with a little time space. And then there is one such cameo that would haunt you even after the film ends. I wish Bhaskar Hazarika would dare to direct a full-fledged Assamese horror film in near future. Coming across a few spooky scenes in Kothanodi too made me feel the same. The music plays an important part in the narratives of the film. Different types of songs such as rap, rock, and other folk songs of Assam are used in the film according to the mood of the situation. And all are worth listening. After all, it has got the soulful touch of the talented Arup Jyoti Borwa as the music director. I wish the makers would release the remaining songs of the album pretty soon. The final verdict: the movie is definitely a fun watch. If you want to break away from your routine work and want to have a hearty laughter, this movie is for you. This is made for a wide range of audiences as it has a variety of wholesome comedy, emotions and fantasy. In a nutshell, the fishy trip of Emuthi Puthi is too fresh and local in Assamese film industry. Just go and watch with your friends and family in the nearest cinema. Thank you for your valuable time. See you next time.